All right, we're going to get into Welcome to the Dollhouse. Let's go. So I understand this movie was the Grand Jury Prize winner at the Sundance Film Festival. And when you see it, depending on who you are, you may or may not understand why that is. This is it's a dramedy. It is an off-kilter type of it's a unique situation. It's a product of its time, coming out in 1996. So you definitely would not see a film quite like this today. But it is the charm of it. It is unique in that it tells it's almost like a slice of life story too, with comedy elements thrown into it. You follow the main character, Dawn, who is she has a good heart. She seems like such the sweetest character. And yet, life is not really kind to Dawn. She's a middle school aged young lady who is not very popular, and she's going through some stuff. She's going through it in this movie. Dawn is going through some stuff, and she's learning about herself, about her, who she is and who she wants to be as a young person. And it is as painful as it is to watch some of the things that happen to her. It is also what's the best word to describe it? It is something. I don't know the word yet, but it'll come to me. But anyway, I guess the overall opinion I have on the film is I liked it a lot. I loved how I loved the quadratics. Those of you who've seen the movie, you know what time it is. You know what that's about. It's a great band name, by the way. Quadratics that's gangster. Steve is hot as all get out. I don't know who the actor who plays him, but that guy, he's kind of gorgeous, if we're being honest. And it is just you have to be you probably have to have a certain type of sense of humor to understand, or just to enjoy the movie. It's just it doesn't have a happy ending particularly. It doesn't give you any definitive ending. And I think that's probably one of the things I like most about the movie, is that it's not a straight sort of linear situation. We have a character who goes through all these different things and she gets sort of what she wants in the end. We don't really get that, and there's something satisfying about that. When you first watch it, you may be a little bit let down by where it ends. You're just like, what? That's it? Like, that's what's going on? But actually, I think it feels like it's meant to be a much more a deeper ending. That's supposed to mean something, a much more thoughtful ending. She may not end up where she wants to be by the end of the film, but that doesn't mean she's not going to end up where she wants to be beyond the scope of what we get in the movie. And that's kind of cool. It's funny. It does have some moments of heart, some real heartfelt stuff between Dawn and Brandon, her bully. At first you go, man, this guy's a jerk. Skip that guy, Dawn. Why are you dealing with this dude? But if you, once you get to spend some more time with the characters, you get to learn a little bit about them, and then you care about them and more. And by the end of the movie, I didn't like Brandon at first, right? But by the end of the movie, I felt for the guy. I was like, oh, he's not so bad. He's got a heart. He's got, And ultimately, I think that's what Dawn is really. She thinks she's looking for one thing, but somebody with a heart is really probably what's better for her. But yeah, anyway, look, Welcome to the Dollhouse it's good. I recommend it. And I I want to watch it again. I'm probably going to watch it again just so I can get my, get my head around the quadratics situation. I got to understand why I like that situation so much. But if you haven't seen it, recommend it. Definitely check it out. Be wary. It's probably not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's probably not going to be your cup of tea either, if I'm being honest. It won't be your cup of tea. Go in with that, and I think you'll come out pleasantly surprised. It's got great characters, great moments of humor, and like I said, it's got some heart sprinkled up in there, and I think you'll find that it's it's not what you expect, but in a good way, though. So take that to the bank. If you've watched this video, if you made it to the end, thank you for taking the time to watch it, and come back. More videos are coming. So in the meantime, that's going to be all from me. This is Stephen Armstrong signing out. I'm out of here. A couple more things. I have sort of an additional situation to add, which is not usual. I try to think of these things as I'm shooting, but sometimes they come to me after the fact. So one thing I wanted to mention about this movie that I wanted to mention is the idea of a character in a situation at a school, for instance, where you don't really fit in. There's something super poignant about that, and super relatable, and super real. And the way the film depicts it feels very honest. It doesn't feel forced, and it feels exactly as you expect it to feel. If you've been that person, or if you know someone who's been that person, it doesn't get any realer than that. It's not any more true than what we see on screen. And your heart you feel, your heart breaks for Dawn. You just want, like, oh gosh, just here, come sit at my table. Come sit with me. You want her to be accepted. You want her to feel like she can be accepted, and she doesn't. And that's unfortunately, that's the reality of high school sometimes. That's the situation. The other thing that that I appreciated was how the film almost does like a deep dive into Dawn's psyche and her sort of dreams, what she wants. And that's cool. And not in a way that's like Disney princess type situation. Some of it is very sort of internal, and it's very broody and moody, and it's not overly, the film is not overly explicit with these things. The audience is allowed space to infer certain things and figure certain things out about what's going on internally with Dawn, without it being sort of all in your face. And we get that through how she moves, her dialogue, her actions, and sometimes the things she doesn't say, and facial expressions and things. I think that's really cool. That's pretty awesome. What I would have liked, and this is something that I think is actually cool that I didn't get. So there in the first third of the film, actually the first act, the beginning of the film, Dawn is going into a cafeteria to get her, have lunch. She's gonna sit somewhere, and it's clear that no one wants her at their table. She gets to one table, and there's a girl there, and that girl, the first thought is, oh, this is going to be the one that's the girl's going to accept her and allow her to sit at this table. We don't get that, but you go, well, they're going to have a cool relationship. There's going to be a cool sort of friendship situation. But that's the genius of this movie. You think that that's what's going to happen, and you don't get that either. But what you do get is something that is surprising, and I think more surprising than you think it is. It's going to be surprising, but it's more than whatever level that I'm explaining it at. It's more than that. So just whatever that means to you, take it as you will, and when you see the movie, you can see what's up with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the other things I wanted to add to the movie, to this review. Thank you for putting up with my rambling, and should you care to come back, come on back. There's going to be some more reviews coming up soon. In the meantime, I'm out. See ya.